Thank you for tuning in. This is Jackson with my crewmate Abdul Sami, and we have our honorable guest, Mr. Jahanzeb, tuning in as well. So, today we're going to talk about eSports in Pakistan, what are the rising problems that people who do gaming, preferably e gaming in Pakistan, what kind of problems do they face? What are the deteriorations that we are going to face ahead in our lives while living in Pakistan? So, we're going to talk about this first. Let's just go to the guest, take a brief introduction of what he has in this field so far, what he has gained, and then we're going to go ahead give an overview of what's actually happening in Pakistan. So let's just move to our guest. So Mr. Jahanzeb, if you could just go ahead and please give a brief introduction.
Hello, my name is Jahanzeb Ashraf, and I've been gaming from almost for the past 4 or 5 years of my life. I mostly have a gaming PC, not a PS4 or console.
Right.
So I'm into story games, and also I play some competitive games with my friends over the weekends. But mostly I like story games. I'm not into any type of competitive games. But I have a friend who has been playing League of Legends, which is a very huge and popular game all over the world.
All right.
So he's been playing it since childhood. He's a really good player. I can even say that if he went to some type of competition, so he might have a chance to win at it.
So you're basically saying that you have a background of gamer community, like you have been into this field. So now that you're here, you take yourself as a perfect specimen to be interviewed to get the problems that Pakistani people are facing. Just a simple question, as you mentioned that you are doing you do open world gaming and there is competitive gaming as well. Which one do you prefer, by the way?
I would prefer open world gamings, but I think there is no scope in that. Mostly, I think competitive games.
Sorry, but I just think you see Ducky Bhai. Basically, he is a streamer. अगर आप लोग स्ट्रीम करें यूट्यूब के ऊपर तो बेसिकली आई थिंक कि आप इसको एक लॉन्ग टर्म के लिए लेके चल सकते हैं. यू कैन अर्न फ्रॉम इट.
राइट.
डकी भाई को आपने भी फॉलो करते होंगे सारे. बेसिकली ही स्टार्टेड फ्रॉम जीरो.
That's true.
And he played only story games and streamed it on YouTube or Facebook. And nowadays, many esports players are doing this. Basically, they stream
They stream a lot. Yeah.
games
So
on.
I would definitely see that is an actual point. What do you have? Like you said that you feel like open world gaming is good, but it's not something that would generate much revenue, or
No, I
what's your
think
take on this?
you guys are right. I missed the point. Basically, streaming is a very huge source of income in these days, as well as you can
Right.
see the YouTube streamers like Ducky Bhai. There are also Twitch streamers like XQC. They are very popular from outside of Pakistan. People know them. People watch their streams, and they're earning in thousands of dollars.
That's true.
So
Right.
both have a very huge scope, even the competitive games or the streaming of the other games. So if you do not have a skill that you're great at some games, so obviously you can opt for that. You can opt for that as well.
Now that Abdul Sami has mentioned about Ducky Bhai, there was one figure that's hitting my mind. You guys might be aware of Arsalan Ash,
Yeah, exactly.
and how he
Yeah.
has literally conquered the whole world while playing Taken. So what's your take on that? Like, how do you perceive that person?
Basically, if you talk about his story, so at the beginning, he did not have much of a support from the country, which is very sad to see.
Okay,
But-
let's do one thing. First, let's talk about what kind of achievements he's gotten. Then we're gonna come over what kind of problems he faced in order to achieve that goal. So, what kind of person do you think he is in overall gaming? Like, are there people who are literally just reaching out to him because of the skills that he's got?
Basically, he shocked the complete Taken world by
True.
taking over it. He went to the first competition, which was held in Japan. He conquered it. He destroyed
Literally.
all the Taken legends like Nee and other Book and other players.
True that.
And then he went to America in Las Vegas. He conquered the biggest stage in Taken competition. So
Yeah,
it was
I-
a huge.
I was
he just
actually-
took the world by storm, if you would like
That's
to say
so
like
true.
that.
I was actually just watching this video in the morning. I was scrolling down my Facebook, and I saw how he was beating the real hell out of this
He
person.
got skills, bro. He got
he's
skills.
literally got skills, and
Yeah.
I was pretty amazed. Like, there were like 5 rounds they went on, and he lost the first 2 rounds. And the turnover, the turn of the tables he took from there, absolute top notch. So I gotta say, And I was just watching this video, and then it inspired me to just get an insight of this person's life. And when I went to Google,
Yeah.
what I read on Reddit wasn't something that was pleasant to my eyes and neither my ears. So there are problems that he's facing. Would you
Yes.
like to highlight those problems, both of you, if you would like to add that?
Yeah.
Yes. So basically, the first problem was that he had no sponsorships. He got no support whatsoever.
Right.
So everything that he managed on the first competition that he went to Japan was by himself. The financial side of it he managed himself. So he talked about that when he was there, he had no support, nothing. He could not sleep for almost 2 days. I think he also did not eat anything because he did not enough money to
Yeah.
manage himself over
Right.
there. So it was really hard for him to go there alone for the first time. Just a stranger, like he was from a very poor background.
That's
if you
true.
all remember.
Yeah, but financially not being supportive is a main point, but family support is basically a major.
True that. That's very true.
As I was reading some of his documentaries, his family wasn't so much supportive because आपको भी पता है पाकिस्तान के अंदर एक वो मुहावरा बड़ा मशहूर है कि पढ़ोगे लिखोगे बनोगे नवाब खेलोगे कूदोगे होगे खराब. तो शुरू से ही इसके ऊपर हमें भी बचपन में यही बताया गया. तो मैं अरसलान ऐश का भी जब पढ़ रहा था तो उसके भी घर वाले उसको यही कहते थे बेसिकली कि इसमें कुछ भी नहीं रखा हुआ. और बेसिकली वो भी एक स्टोरी गेम ही है, नॉट a competitive game online.
Yeah, so I was actually reading about this as well. So it's more like a norm, it's more like a stereotype that has
Yeah.
been set up with Pakistani mindset that you cannot take gaming as a full-time job.
Full-time
This is
job.
something that's gonna destroy your life.
Yes.
Now, we have our Asian parents. I'm not backbiting anyone. I'm not saying anything bad about anyone. But the only thing that they have in order to get their kids off the computers, आंखें खराब हो जाएंगी भाई, उठ जा यहाँ से, इससे मिलना कुछ भी नहीं है, तेरी आंखें खराब हो जाएंगी बस. So they don't take this thing as an opportunity. Like if we talk about our competitive countries, you were just talking about India, yeah. So just look at them. Like if you would just give us an insight how they are grooming and how they're
Basically
thriving.
India के अंदर जो main उनके YouTubers हैं, they have made a gaming house.
That's true.
Basically they support every small YouTuber or every small gamer. ठीक है. And you know OnePlus, it's a multinational company. It basically supports all the eSports gamers in India with the new devices, because you know कि gaming के लिए आपको devices नई से नई चाहिए होती हैं.
Right.
और उसमें heating की problem भी होती है. So they have introduced mobile coolers to cool down your devices.
Right.
And in India, the basically government supports their YouTubers or their gamers.
Right.
Basically gamers.
Right.
Because they stream or that on YouTubers.
Yeah.
Basically, you know the game PUBG. India was having some major issues with China, but so they banned PUBG in India. Then PUBG made एक नया सर्वर PUBG ने बनाया इंडिया के लिए with the name BGMI.
Right.
जिसके अंदर जो चाइनीज पार्टनर्स थे उनका कोई भी बीच के अंदर कोई रद्दो बदल नहीं था.
Right.
They changed their partners to make the game succeed
Right.
in
So
India.
this is literally the effort they're
The
putting.
government is putting, yeah.
That's so true. And Jahanzeb, would you like to add something about it?
I think it's a great initiative that the Indian government is taking, and Pakistan should learn from it. But I don't think they will. Like, as you all know, the current scope of our government, they don't even take care of the people. So
I was actually reading this on Reddit, and Arsalan Nash literally said that the only unfortunate thing that I have is a green passport.
Yeah, exactly.
Because passport is something that they don't get their visa approved. How are they supposed to visit different countries in order
For the
to show their
competitive
skills?
place, yeah.
That's so true. So let's just try to wrap this up on the note. How do you think we can, make a little bit thrive in this industry? You were just mentioning a couple of minutes ago that the industry for gaming, it's more huge, it's more humongous than the Hollywood. So how can we get a take on this? How can we flourish in this field? How is our government supposed to do? What are we supposed to do as a Pakistani person?
yes, I think government should realize this, and there is a very lack of awareness in education. But after Arsalan Ash taking over the Taken world by storm, most of the people know, but there is still illiteracy among people about this. They don't know these things. So
But I'll say कि people में इतना नहीं है इशू. गवर्नमेंट आपकी ज़्यादा इसके अंदर आपको रंग गिरती है. Basically 2020 के अंदर पाकिस्तान was फर्स्ट टाइम क्वालिफाइड फॉर पबजी मोबाइल्स टूर्नामेंट. बेसिकली आपने थाईलैंड जाना था आपके प्लेयर्स ने, और वहाँ जाके आपका टूर्नामेंट पूरा होना था और विनर को मिला था अराउंड $10 million. ठीक है, बट उन दिनों के अंदर आपकी गवर्नमेंट ने पबजी को पाकिस्तान में बैन कर दिया.
राइट.
तो जब गवर्नमेंट ही नहीं सपोर्ट करती तो मुझे नहीं लगता कि ये मुश्किल है.
It's more like impossible thing. So if I was just to have a take on this, I would preferably say that if we compare this to physical sports, the way we get support for physical sports, like if we talk about cricket,
yeah,
yes.
proper clubs are there.
Yes.
Yeah.
You were just
You're
mentioning Nee. What was the name of the person? If we like that.
Actually, before Arslan Ash, there was Nee. He was the best player in Taken. So what happened was that he was so impressed by the Pakistani play style.
Right.
He came to Pakistan to practice with Arslan Ash and other players like Hira, Malik and all the other players, Awais Hani. So he came here and spent many days and practiced, played with them, understood their play style so that he could beat him, which he did afterwards.
Right.
So just imagine the scope that we are bringing all the Taken legends, all the people from across our country in our country. So just
I would say that, like, if we put a point on this, I could say that if we would have some kind of clubs, like you literally mentioned, people are coming from abroad just to learn our play style.
Yeah.
Why can we not pass it on to our next generation? Like, why can we make this a certain thing? Like, this is something, this is not something like just आंखें खराब हो जाएंगी. We can make this a career.
Yes, basically आपकी गवर्नमेंट जब तक सपोर्टिव नहीं ना होगी, we need servers.
Right.
ठीक है, अगर आपने ऑनलाइन गेमिंग करनी है आपको सर्वर अच्छा चाहिए, जिसकी वजह से आपकी MS अच्छी आएगी. जितनी तेज़ आपके पास इंटरनेट कनेक्शन होगा उतना ही आपका जो गेमिंग स्टाइल है वो इम्प्रूव होगा, गेमिंग जो आपकी स्किल्स हैं वो इम्प्रूव होंगी. बट इन पाकिस्तान आपके पास कोई गेमिंग सर्वर नहीं है इस टाइम. ठीक है, आप लोगों को कनेक्ट करना पड़ता है मिडिल ईस्ट सर्वर के साथ. जिसकी वजह से आपके पास जो मतलब पिंग आती है आपकी बेसिकली वो बहुत हाई आती है. जब वो हाई आती है तो आपको पता है नैनो सेकेंड्स का इसके अंदर जो होता है
लेटेंसी.
हाँ, तो वो फिर आप लोग नहीं आके जा पाते. तो ये एक मेन इशू है. जब तक कि गवर्नमेंट सर्वर्स को नहीं अलाउ करेगी कि पाकिस्तान बेसिकली सर्वर्स लग जाएं पाकिस्तान के इर्द गिर्द, तो तब तक आई डोंट थिंक सो कि आप एक कॉम्पिटिटिव गेमिंग के अंदर आप आगे की तरफ जा
सकते हैं. Right. So if we make a point over here, the first thing is that the government needs to make sure that we have particular equipments जो कि specifically इस काम के लिए यूज हो. And second, we have to make sure कि जिस तरह हम sports के लिए clubs बना रहे हैं, cricket के लिए बना रहे हैं, हम eSports के लिए भी club हो जहाँ पे we have this literally talented people who could, you know, he conquered the world. Arcade gaming करता था, बंदा था. Token
वाली games. Yes.
Yeah, or he's conquered the world. Why are we missing on this opportunity? We can literally show the people.
And there are many Arslan Ashes, but they aren't.
And this is only one game. There are several other games.
Several other gamings, right?
It's only just one game.
Just one game. तो अगर हम proper इसके लिए clubs develop करें और वहाँ पे लोगों को support करें, जो बच्चे जो इस चीज़ के अंदर interested हैं, if we could support them, if we could lead them, being the talented person we are, I think we could see change in this.
Yes, exactly.
For sure.
Right. That. If you would like to add any parting words on these.
Parting words, I would say that I hope that the current scenario of gaming scene in Pakistan just gets better over time.
Right.
And it does not lay stagnant, and the government helps it provide funds to people who are interested in this, and more and more people are able to build their careers on eSports because it is a very good type of career, you can say.
Right. Abdul Sami, if you would like to add something.
eSports is basically your full career basically, because as he also stated that gaming industry basically earns more revenue than your film and music industry both.
Through that.
ठीक है, तो अगर हम गेमिंग इंडस्ट्री को सपोर्ट करेंगे एज अ गवर्नमेंट, एज अ फैमिली और एज अ पर्सन, तो आप इसके थ्रू बहुत कामयाब हो सकते हैं, बहुत पैसे कमा सकते हैं, इसमें तरक्की है. ठीक है, और ये कोई ऐसी इंडस्ट्री नहीं है कि जिस तरह आजकल आपको पता है कि बिजनेस टोटली ई बिजनेस के ऊपर शिफ्ट हो गया. ठीक है, ये जो ई बेसिकली गेमिंग कम्युनिटी है, ये कभी भी आई डोंट थिंक सो कि ये शिफ्ट खत्म हो सकती है. ये बिल्कुल ही
इट्स ओनली इंक्रीजिंग. इफ यू सी
increasing,
PS5 आ रहा है, PS6 आएगा, it will keep going on. New cards will come,
new games are coming basically.
It can never die.
Streaming is always on. आप YouTube खोल लें, अब YouTube है, Kick है, ट्विच बेसिकली
Twitch.
इतनी ज़्यादा अब आपकी स्ट्रीमिंग एप्स आ गई हैं कि लोग यूट्यूब से शिफ्ट कर गए इनकी तरफ,
Right.
बिकॉज दे सपोर्ट देयर स्ट्रीमर्स.
Right. Right. So the parting words are that we need to flourish in this field because we can see a future if
Yeah.
we strive in this
Yeah.
field. All right. So thank you so much for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. This was our overview, and this was specifically to create awareness in Pakistani people that leave the stereotype that you have on your mind that this is going to harm your eyes, this is going to deteriorate your health. This can create future for Pakistan. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a lovely rest of your day.